Let me look. Let me make sure. We are all the things. All the things. See, make sure all the lives are updated. And I think that will work for that one. Let's double check Facebook just to make sure. Facebook shows live. So hi, welcome back. I feel like the camera's off just slightly. It needs to be like over here. So hi, I am Kat, owner of KatsCreationsNMore and KatsCreationsNMore. And today I'm going to show you how to do a beautiful, more muted fall floral. Because I'm like, there's some florals, but there's an awful lot of other things like leaves and grasses and berries and all the things. Grapevine. So I labeled this tutorial the only fall grapevine tutorial you'll ever need. So once you understand the basics and some shortcuts, you can pull off a really marvelous looking grapevine for your home or to sell. So before we get started, if you want to save a copy of this video and you are on YouTube, please make sure that you click the save button. If you were catching this on Facebook, you'll need to make sure that you have liked my page and that you're also following the page. I wish Facebook would just pick one or the other and simplify the process, but for now, it's complicated. But to find the like or to find the follow button, you just go to the right of the blue button on my page, 3 little dots, click on that, opens up a little menu. And you just want to make sure that turn notifications or turn live notifications is highlighted, and then you're good to go. Let me enable chat so I can see the chats from all the peoples. We just don't have anybody commenting just yet. So can someone just give me a comment so I can make sure that it is working? Even though it says everything is working, normally I see something on my screen by now. So I just want to double check. Let's see. I am just double checking. It says streaming, we're good, we're good. It's just a little slow. So, let me type my website into your comments. Thank you, Guadalupe. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to go ahead and type my website address in here. There's a couple things, thank you, Rebecca, that you can find on my website. There's some really great free tutorials, like how to clean your grapevine, which I've already done because it just takes too long to do that. You can also join my private group through the website. You can also join my private group by not subscribing to the YouTube channel, but there's a way that you can actually become a member of my YouTube channel and partake in all the benefits depending upon which level membership you choose to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pivot you down. We're going to go ahead and get started. So this should go fairly simple. We are not adding a sign. We are not adding any bows or ribbons. So this is an 18-inch grapevine from Hobby Lobby. And what I do is I go through and I just trim off all the things that stick out, pull out any grasses, dried leaves, things along those lines, and then I flip them over and make sure I've done it on both sides. That way we are assured that on the back side, there's nothing that should harm our customer's door. And on the front side, we are good for inserting our florals, which is why we clean our grapevines. Plus, not only that, when they ship to the customer's house, you don't want a debris filled in the box when they get there, because that's kind of cause for concern for a customer who doesn't realize that, yeah, settling may occur. You might find a couple pieces that, you know, might come loose between all the jostling it does, depending upon how far in where it needs to go. Trying to get this little piece that's all, it's hung up on one little piece of wood. There we go. I just saw it hanging down there. So, super simple way to build a gorgeous looking fall floral grapevine is to use pre-assembled picks like this. So in this, you have fall leaves, you have kind of a muted pumpkin, we have some berries, we have some raffia, we have some other types of grass, but it makes for a very large pick. So just the pick alone, that's about 10 inches. Obviously, we don't need a stem that long, but this is the ideal way that you can take this, walk around. I got this at Hobby Lobby. Walk around Hobby Lobby and find things that go with it. Find florals that go with it. Find berries, find leaves, find other things, and then you're pretty much putting together a whole palette, which makes creating your design super simple. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tags off of this. This hasn't shown up on my website yet because I don't know all the things we're going to put in it. I have a vision in my head of all the things that I want to put in it, but we shall see. So the first thing, just make sure you spread it out so it's nice and full. Like I said, this one is not having any signs or bow, so we're just going to do this full of different colored things for fall. So I am going to just bend this. I kind of want this situated right about here. So I've got a pretty hefty branch here that I can place that in. So if I was to just slide this under and kind of pull that down, making sure that that kind of falls in line with where I want it to go. We are pretty good here. I think I have my glue gun. I keep my glue gun on in the event that I find things, like I slide them into place, and it's just sometimes easier for me just to glue it in place rather than to pull it out and dip it in my glue skillet. But I do have the glue skillet on too. So this one, again, make sure we fluff it out so it's nice and pretty. We want to make sure we take full advantage of everything that this offers. All the grass, all of the berries, all of the fun little branches. And I kind of want this one to fall right about here, so it's going to go under this other branch. This one I'll actually dip in the glue skillet, but I'm going to take down quite that long. So I'm going to slide this up under. Did I want this here? Let me pull this. I think I want it up a little higher. Yeah. Now that I have that situated there. And of course, since that branch is there, I've got to work around the branch. So it's a little elevated, but that's okay. So a little bit there, a little bit here. So you can already see how this is taking up an awful lot of really great space. Then I have another pick. So those are from Hobby Lobby. We're going to use these ones, which come from Michael's. So these are kind of like an acorn, pine cone. Kind of has a little bit of a wheatgrass, a little bit of a fall stem, again, raffia. But just make sure you fluff it out, because then it, again, can help you with the spacing side of things. And make sure that all the pretty stuff is up on top. Go ahead and peel this off. Oops. Sometimes stuff falls in there and it's like, my hand's not that small to reach in and grab that. We'll go ahead and trim this down, because again, we don't need to pick this big. And I'm going to have this one right up underneath the side, just like this. I'm going to lift this up. That's going to go under that branch that's there. And then I'm going to take all of the things and make sure that we can see all the things, like all the pine cones, all the leaves, all the stuff. I'm gonna bring this one under because I want these up a little closer to this side. Push my acorn down a bit. So there's that one, all secured in there. I'm gonna do the same on the other side, same pick. Just make sure you take the time and you fluff them. My mic is cutting in and out. That's weird. Can you guys let me know how your sound quality is? Sometimes for some reason, depending on the connection, you can go out and come back in and it might clear that up. Because I know when I was watching one of my tutorials, when I was watching it on one device, I had the same issue. But then when I was watching it on my tablet, everything was perfectly fine. So just make sure that you go back through. So there's that nice little fluff. Make sure all the stuff that you want to see is on top. Gonna kind of give that a little bit of a bend. And this is going to kind of connect the two, just like that. Okay. Go ahead and bend the things in the position you want. You know, if you have some berries out, you can maneuver them in any way, shape, or form you'd like. Margie, thank you, Linda. She says, sounds great. So sometimes go out, come back in, and that might reset or reconnect things. And this is in, but it's not in good enough for me. So I'm going to pull this out if I can. It's not going to let me. Let me go ahead and wire that in better. Because I just don't like the wobble in it. But because I glued it in there, it doesn't want to come out. So I'm going to take some binding wire, which is just paper covered floral wire. And I'm going to go down one side, oops, and down the other, right there. Bring this up a little higher. And I'm going to make sure that that does not go anywhere. So I'm wrenching that down there pretty good. The nice thing with the brown paper covered floral wire is it is so identical to the grapevine. You don't even see it. Okay, a lot more happier about where that falls. Okay, so we got a big space right here. So in order to fix big old space, we're gonna put, my hydrangea pieces keep coming off the pick, which is not a big deal. It's just a real pain when you try to figure out, hey, where'd those go? So I'm going to go ahead and place this right in the center. This is also from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to plop that right down inside. Nice, beautiful, coffee colored hydrangea there. Trying to make sure I keep my work area fairly clean so that it's easy for you guys to see what's going on. And now I need to add the leaves that go to that hydrangea, so I have those here. So I'm going to push those up, snip this off. Usually I keep my stems no more than like 2 to 3 inches. So I'm going to just tuck this one, oops, right underneath. So these are muted fall colors. So this is going to be more of your creams, light browns, like a whitewash orange. It's just as things are starting to turn into that fall palette. So I'm just going to make sure this again doesn't go anywhere. Okay, now we are going to add in some beautiful fall leaves. These are from Michael's. You can get them in a pack. They're like orange tip, but they're still green, so it's showing that transitional color going into fall. So we're going to tuck these around the bottom, like there. I think I have like 5 of them. So I'm just going to kind of tuck them little willy-nilly in all the places. Right here, right underneath our pumpkin. We'll add another one to the top. Kind of, let's see, do I want this one in? Kind of like this one on the inside. Oops. So I'm going to bring that in. Kind of drape those over the top. Couple more. You're going to see an awful lot of things. So this one isn't so much using a lot of pre-built picks like we did there. That did take up a big chunk of the majority. What I will be using is a lot of greenery and berries and all the things, just to kind of pop those fall colors a bit. Okay, and I'm going to do this one to the outside, up over here. Spread those open, kind of plop some of my picks in, so that, as you can see, we're kind of making something that is slowly transitioning to the fall. But it would look great on some cream colored doors. Okay, we're going to come in now with some eucalyptus. This is kind of an olive color with little peach ends. This is a push-up pick, which means you can push these up if you want something a little bit more full, or if you want those a little bit more spaced out, you can use them more along the lines of like a spray. And you can get these from, I think it's Greenery Market, where I got them from. And it comes on a really big, massive bush. So let me show you what it looks like. Looks like this. So I actually have greenery separated by season. So we're going to put these around our hydrangea. A couple of them. A little bit, one above, one below, just to give it some greenery, so that when we come in and we start elevating this with some fall florals, it'll kind of make sense. So let's take 2 more off, see what that provides us with. I want to bring some of these to the outside at the bottom, like right in here. Oops. Just like that. Again, texture, color. I'm all about different textures. Like, I can't believe, like, I'm a total texture queen now. I'm like, ooh, that looks interesting. Let's throw that in. Oh, that's round and spiky. Ooh, let's throw that one in. So just making sure that they at least all match the color palette that we're going for, then it makes sense. And I think I want to bring one more piece out here to the front. I'm just going to push this one up because I want it a little bit shorter, but more full. It's kind of got like a little powder look to it. But I kind of want this like right in here. So I'm going to leave this one a little longer. kind of pull those down so that we kind of have it going, not so much a S. I guess it's slowly starting to form into like an S shape, which are gorgeous, but those are really hard to ship. A S shape floral would be, it starts up here and it basically forms the letter S. So this would all kind of come down in a large swoop. Okay, those are in. Now we're going to add in our florals. And our florals I brought to you today, like a commercial, from Hobby Lobby. So Hobby Lobby has mums in that are these beautiful fall colors. So a little bit of a creamy ivory, a brown, and some orange. So we're going to be popping those in throughout. I have some of them already pre-cut down. So we'll bring some cream up in around our hydrangeas. Oops. Had them facing the wrong way. We'll bring this up. Oops. Kind of tuck this in. Right there. And you don't have to pack it in. You can be kind of generous on your spacing with some of your florals. So these would be my main focals, and now I'm adding my medium florals. So kind of coming in here, right there with some mums. This one's a twofer. Let's see. I might come in here with the twofer. It's got two mums on one stem. So let's bring this in on the underside of our our hydrangea. So just like that. Look how beautiful that is so far. And this one's got a weird twist. So I'm going to pull this off. And I don't try to match. Like I don't put beige here, beige here. I like to intermix the colors. So we're going to go with a little bit of a darker color up in here, kind of similar to our pumpkin color. Yes, we have added orange, Kat. You can put orange in there. So I want to try to make sure that I have one of every color represented. So we have the orange, we have cream, we have the brown. Sometimes if you're not sure where to put it, just kind of like slide them in place. And if you like the way it looks, then make it a permanent home. This one, the stem, it's got a thick stem, but the area where the mum connects to it is kind of wobbly. So that's why I wanted to push it in further to give it a more firm base. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this one down. Put this back. Thank you, Charlotte. She says, looking pretty. Margie said, are they from Hobby Lobby this year? I've seen them in Hobby Lobby this year, but I got them last year. But they're still there. I think I'm going to bring this one down on the opposite side over here. Because remember, we're still trying to fill around our hydrangea. So sometimes just making something that kind of peekaboos out. So if you were to look at it from the side, you know, we're not missing anything. And these are the two colors I need at the top. So let's see. Do we like those? Kind of like them here. Lord, we don't need a stem that big. But maybe, like, sometimes I'm just like, I'll just stuff them. Like I don't want them matchy-matchy. So let's reverse that. See if we can get them going in a different manner. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to flip them the opposite way. Bringing these up because it's got that weak stem. Okay. There we go. And just get those settled. And I just need one orange down here. So take one of the oranges off. Push this up. I think I want my orange like right in here. Just right down below. So we've added some fall color. Now it's going to be time to get crazy. Well, not too crazy. We are going to add some cream colored minimums, and these are from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if the Dollar Tree is going to have these in though this year. I'm not sure, because the Dollar Tree, they haven't been carrying an awful lot of anything lately. Like if you guys have been on the hunt for the elusive 14-inch Dollar Tree grapevines, you'll find that those are a little challenging to get this year. Like, nobody knows for sure if they're even going to get them back. I think I mentioned to you guys on Tuesday, I didn't see them on the website. They have taken down what has been a long time SKU number. So I don't know if it's just because they're waiting to see if they get them in, or if that is going to be a product that is discontinued from here on out. I'm praying not. Bring that down. So I've added some cream colored minimums to the bottom. I think I want this one. Let's see. Might want that in there. Let's tuck that in just underneath our pumpkin colored mum. So I'm going to pull these down so we can build on that. Okay, those are all done. Now, let's add some fun stuff. Stuff that I don't even know what it's called. I had to go to my plant app and try to, like, when I typed in the SKU or item numbers, they're discontinued, so they can't even identify what they are. But where are they? They are these fun things. So Hobby Lobby has these. And according to my plant identifier, these come up as a nut grass. So we're going to add some nut grass, just like these. So I'm constantly looking at, hey, what can we be introducing down here at the bottom? Because we've gone big to the medium, and now we're kind of tapering this down to the smalls. So we will come in with some of this. And I'm going to snip this off. So we have two separate picks. Let's see if we can bring this. I'll bring this one out to the side right here. So just like this. Textures. Same color palette, just some fun texture. Let's see. I think I'm going to bring some in around the back side of our hydrangea. And just right inside there. Since there's only a handful of them on here, why not use them all? I only have the one. Just the one. And then it comes with its own little grass. I guess it has some fun little grass. I'm going to bring this one in. Right inside there. And I think I want this one, like, probably right about there. So sometimes it's just looking at vacancies and going, okay, do you like the way that looks? I don't, because it's too matchy on that side. What about bringing it in here? We can actually bring it up in between the berries, which looks good. It's a little too small to go in between these. So we will bring it in right here, just underneath those, to kind of create some visual fun. Okay, these I just got in, and these are called, let me think about it. I can't remember what they're called. Let me look. Not those. Not those. Not those. I'm trying to find it. I got a lot of florals in today. Most of them are orange. Okay. Wrong. Okay, I think we're coming up on it. These are called Craspedia, Craspedia, called Billy Balls. So they're just like little pom-poms like. So we are going to be utilizing these. They don't have an awful lot of strength in the tinsel ties, but they're so much fun because it's just that little texture, right? It's all about color. It's all about fun looks. And I'm like, I don't want to put that one there. Let me look. But it's nice because they will move really nicely in the wind. Just like that. There's that one. So I have them in orange. I have them in a natural color. So I just thought that we would just sporadically put these in because this is the right color for this wreath. So let's see. What if I'm gonna pull some of those down. Let's take that down just a little bit. Maybe I want a little bit bigger one. Maybe a different color. Because I keep trending with that orange color. And I'm like, oh, let's bring that one in. That looks so much fun with the natural cream color. Okay. There we go. Nice little movement there. When the wind hits that, that'll be absolutely gorgeous. Let's add some more of these, but up at the top. So I'm going to spin this around. And I think I'm going to bring one of these to the outside, most definitely. One right in here. I'm going to turn that around so we get the leaf. So that'll be a nice, pretty effect. Susan said I don't do grapevine wreaths because the one I did scratched my door. Yeah, and here's the downside of that is if it's windy and we have something hanging on the door, right, it can potentially scratch our door, because I've had that happen just in my own wreaths. I'm still looking for where do I want to stick this. I think I wanted to bring it over here. You can add some padding to the back. You can add some felt to the back, like put a nice felt backing on there to kind of help that from happening. But I mean, if we're using florals and it's that windy outside, we probably want to bring that in anyway. I'm going to bring this one in over here like that. Because I mean, when I've left my wreaths out, I should have probably brought them in because it was literally that crazy of weather. And we'll bring this one in over here. We'll bring that in for some fun. Look how pretty. And we have little things that bounce. Do we have one more? Yes, I have exactly one more. And I know exactly where I want to put it. I had exactly where I wanted to put it. I think it was over here. Yeah. So right on top of this leaf, which there's a really nice pocket there for that. So pretty. You can also take, what are they, like the felt round pads that people put on the bottoms of their chairs. You can put that on the back of your wreath too. Okay. What else, Kat? What else are you putting in here? Oh, we are going to put in some thistle. So this is from the greenery market. This is thistle. They call it plastic sweet daisy spray. It's actually thistle. So it's got those fun little spiky green things. Texture. I'm going to put all 5 in because that's all I have of this. I actually found this in my fall bin. Well, lo and behold. And I'm going to drag this one out a bit. So I'm going to bring this way up underneath and still have that kind of fall to the outside. I love movement. So if we can find a way to keep movement going in our designs, so much fun. This one is curved to the outside naturally, so I'm trying to find a perfect home for that. I think I will do that right there. Trying to get it in my grapevine. Okay. 5 more pieces to go. Definitely want to bring some out here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway. Let me go ahead and add this in. Right in here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the smaller one and use this to feather. Just like so. I'm going to try to pull some of my leaves down. I've got a challenge in that there's a branch here. So let's use some binding wire and help secure that so it doesn't pop up. So what I'm going to do is binding wire around that stem. Just going to twist it. Then I'm going to drape my thistle in it. And then we're going to go ahead and twist so that that does not move around. And we'll bring all the other stuff into play. This leaf is driving me crazy, so I'm going to remove it. But then I'm going to reattach it, bringing it down where I want it to sit instead. Sometimes leaves can be pesky things. Okay. What else? What else? I have this piece of eucalyptus that has a whole bunch of different colors in it. It has some dark, I guess it would be like an olive green. So I want to take these because there's only one and kind of blend those in a bit. Kind of like the idea of it. This is not a push-up pick, but I like the idea of us going right in here with it. Just like that. And I might take this side and we'll attach. See, here's before, after, before, after. It's almost like it makes sense to put it there. It's like, wasn't it there? No, but it will be. Whoop. Trying to get my hydrangea leaf out of the way. So much fun. So I'm backfilling in here, because if we have some extended components out here, it sometimes feels disconnected. Like maybe from here to here, we can kind of connect them a little bit. Let's see, where else can we use this last piece of thistle? I'm just looking at exterior. Is there anything in that I want to do? I have this big giant leaf here. It's fine that it's there, but I really want to take that away. So let's bring this down a little smaller. I'm going to go right next to my pumpkin with that. So we brought our leaf down, and now what I'm going to do is custom this pick by removing the top. Leave the leaf on here. And then bring that in so that we have a nice little mix like that. So many things to look at, so many textures and colors. I'm thinking, let's see, where did you come from? Oh, so sometimes, I've mentioned this before, when our floral heads come off, sometimes what we need to do is just, if it happens quite frequently, just take them, put a dab of glue on them, because once they come off, they have a likelihood of coming off again and again and again. So I'm just bringing these up, just like that. Okay, let's add some fun things in here. We're going to add some berries. So this are same color palette, Hobby Lobby. And just pull these down and just deconstruct them because they're all taped together. And I like to maneuver them so that they're not just laying static. So we'll add some of these in here. These are fun to just plop in. Oop. That one didn't seem like, it felt like it was too short. So let's bring these up. I'm looking for a little larger one. Hi, Janine. The felt gets wet, sometimes it fades on the door. Yeah, at that point, I mean, all my floral wreaths have a disclosure that says they will last longer if they're under some protection. A covered porch, a covered walkway. You know, something that if you're going to leave it outside in the weather, that's kind of like, you know, our patio furniture. If we're upset because our patio furniture isn't lasting as long, then we ask ourselves the question, so what am I doing to prevent the longevity of that? Am I bringing it in when the weather's challenging, like I would anything else? So those are just going to be some things that we have to make sure that we address. So mine always say, bring them in or use them. Bring them in if the weather's going to be less than optimal for any floral, because they're florals, they're silk. It'd be like leaving silk out in the rain and then so disturbed that, oh, you know, my floral wreath didn't last as long. Well, but it's been outside in the rain. It wasn't protected. And that's not something that we warranty when we sell our products. It's definitely just something like here's your care instructions. So in inclement weather, bring them in. In windy, like I have for snow, ice, high winds, dust storms, because I have people that buy them down there in Arizona where there's dust storms. So it's like, you know, we can't can't make a disclosure that works for everything. It's just almost common sense that we would want to bring them in when the weather is less than optimal in order to make them last longer. So just some fun berries. So I'm just using one of these. These are from Hobby Lobby. I think Hobby Lobby still has these this year. So I just like to bend them because this is the way they come. It's just funner to make them pop a little bit. There we go. I wanted to pull that off. Spinning it around. Like me personally, I would not leave this outside in the weather. And my front door is not, it doesn't have a covered overhang. So I would need to bring mine in. That's if I can catch it before the weather turns kind of crazy. Okay. I think I have like 1 or 2 little things, and it's just based on spacing and looking at, hey, I have a hole like right in here. I feel like I want to address it with something. So let me come in with an orange mum. Just like this. These are just my fillers. And we'll make sure we're removing all our, that's what I've kind of been trying to do, is pull out my glue threads as I see them. I've also been trying to turn it more and glue it closer to the item than a little bit further out. So I have all 3 here. I'm just looking to see, is there anything else that I want to add before saying, I'm done. I think I'm done. That was just like my little, I needed to fix it. Let's see. I'm not really liking those berries. I think I pulled that from one of my new picks. I think that's it. That's all I have out here to utilize. Again, if you want to add more things like acorns or pine cones, you can just buy the pick and individually pull them off if you want. Like, I'm going to add a couple of these in here. If you need longer pieces, just separate it from your pick. So I'm just going to add some fun visuals. Some little acorns. Just tucked in cute little spots. I don't know. I kind of want people when they're looking at it to go, oh, look. Hey, I didn't even realize it had this in it. That's what I'm hoping anyway. We'll put another one right up in here. So it has another little fun pick. Okay. I am all good. We'll wait. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, let me pivot you up. We'll put it on the door so you can see what this looks like on, oops, a full-size door. So we'll take this one down. Move that over. And this is what it looks like. So we have completely filled this. It's an ideal wreath for fall. And you can hang it a couple of different ways. There are people who like it, their florals swooping this way. There are people who prefer their florals to swoop the other way. It's also helping me get all my greenery or my glues off like this that I see. You can also do it like this if you'd like. This one's kind of got a weird shape to it, but hey, look, glue thread. You can do it like that, and you can also obviously flip it the other way and make it heavier on your top, a little bit lighter on your bottom. So multiple different ways to use it. You can put it in your house above a fireplace mantle. You could put it in your kitchen over a greenhouse window, on a pantry door. You can add it to your home's decor on the wall somewhere, on a pillar. I'm trying to think where else. That's pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys. Any questions that I can answer for you? Oh, that is awesome. I think CLKMA. What is your real name? I think it's like, is it Clara? She said, mentioning the 14-inch frames, I found 10 Dollar Tree frames at a garage sale for $5. What a deal it is. Considering that those are going to be like hot items if they don't ever get them back in. Margie says, you're inspiring me to pull out my fall supplies and make a fall wreath. 4th of July would be a good day to do it, right? That's what I did. I love fall. So for me, this is fun. This is like, ooh, it's just around the corner. Like for us, our weather starts to change late September, early October. So I really don't have that much time left. And so that would make a gorgeous wreath for the front door. And then imagine if you had a couple whiskey barrels with like some fall colored mums in those. What an inviting door for fall. It's super great. All right. I don't think I have any other. Carmela. I will remember that now. I'm going to actually put it on my board. So when I see you, I'll be like, hey, Carmela. Thank you. I should remember that. Because one of our servers at our local diner up here, her name is Carmel. Just C-A-R-M-E-L. And she's like, wow, most people can't. They don't pronounce it correctly. So that's all I have for you guys this week. Next week, we will have some more fun things. We're going to work on some budget projects that are on a lower end of the budget scale. But these florals, Hobby Lobby, I think next week. So starting Monday, they'll have their florals on sale for 40% off, but I think their fall is only 30% off right now. So pick and choose wisely, and shop the sales. That's the best way that you can get your deals. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. I know we are, because it's supposed to be cooler than it has been in the beginning of the week. So I'm looking forward to that. So have a very happy 4th of July. Celebrate with your families. Stay safe and come back in.